welcome back to the Deliverance Network. I'm going to share a dream experience of God the Father and of a coming storm. And this storm I've shared with you before that God showed me was going to be like a massive hurricane. Mark Mallet especially has witnessed to it, calling it a hurricane of events, and that perhaps the center or eye of the storm will be the illumination of conscience, that inundation of light and truth by God the Father to show each person their state in truth before Him as an act of mercy, really. And in this dream experience, I was shown kind of the events of the coming storm and how He is preserving a remnant that He's going to bring out of that. And it's very much likened to the times of Noah, where Noah was called by God, and with his family, I might add, so God protects families. And God was obviously calling Noah to build an ark, and then He allowed the deluge, the flood. And in our times, Mary has been likened to the ark, and that we are to enter into the ark of Mary, particularly consecrate ourselves to Mary as our mother, because we will be highly protected in doing that. And in this dream experience, I was in my own home and I was looking out the window and I was seeing a massive flood storm coming that was going to be an absolute inundation, overwhelming storm, power of flooding and destruction. And of course, dreams are very symbolic. So as I saw this coming, I was bracing, taking with me only the things I most urgently needed. It was basically, you're going to not have all your belongings. And then the storm hit, and it was quite the inundation. But the thing that was very, very important about this is that though I braced for the storm, by myself, of my own human power, I could not do anything really to ensure that I stayed safe and that myself, my house, my walls weren't destroyed by this series of events in this storm. But God the Father supernaturally provided and protected, and our house was not swept away. And this, again, of course, is like building your home on rock, aligning yourself with Jesus, not building on sand. And staying under the umbrella, the wings of God the Father, is the safe place for this coming storm. And so in this, as I emerged afterwards, my family was also safe with me. And I was shown as I emerged onto the streets, and other people were emerging as well. And I was shown we did not have a lot of possessions, almost only the shirts on our backs. And there was definitely quite a chaotic period. But we and our families emerged completely unharmed. And I was looking around and wondering what had occurred, and I saw then these semicircle flashing arcs of fiery light start to shoot and dance in the dark sky. And I saw them and I knew instantly that it was God the Father. I fell then at this point of the dream, after emerging from the storm, into an absolute rapture experience again. And His presence came down, inundated me, and just flooded me, and I became literally in a state of rapture. And I felt wave after wave of Himself pouring Himself on me. And I was shown then that He was almost bringing us out, and that I was led to this little patch of grass, and I was shown that it was a remnant. And I am using the word remnant because that's exactly how it appeared in this dream experience, that there was a remnant area of grass that was actually completely protected, saved from the storm, and it was the most lush, full, beautiful grass that had ever existed, and it was better than even before what we had had before. And that this remnant actually is a people that God is calling apart and is going to preserve through the coming storm, much as He did with Noah and the ark. And this, everyone is called into this place of safety in the new ark that is Mary, in the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Everyone is called to become part of the remnant of God the Father, a remnant He's going to preserve for His own, as He has to purify this earth of all of the evil. And that we have to just stand firm in His presence and with trust in Him through this powerful series of events that's going to be that hurricane storm that Mark Mallet and others are witnessing to, and that we will be provided for and protected and we will be safe with God the Father. He will preserve us as this remnant. And of course, our true home is in heaven. So if some of us, for some reason, are to be called home early, that again is not to fear. The most important thing is to be in a state of grace, to choose to love, choose to be aligned with God the Father, so that we end up in heaven as our true home, because this earth is only our temporary home. And so I'm asking everyone to take seriously the fact that you, your family members, all of you are called to be part of this holy remnant. This is how we were originally created, how we were designed to be by God the Father, and call back to our original state. So something very, very serious to consider, that we have true purpose in being here, and that is to become a child of God. So I leave that with you today for you to ponder, and perhaps see where you're at as far as being part of that remnant and attached to God the Father, and then doing what you can in your circles to draw in other people into the heart of Mary, to become part of the remnant for the times that are not far ahead of us as we face those in 2021 today. God bless you and your families.